สวัสดีค่ะพบกันอีกเช่นเคยนะคะบทนี้เป็นบทที่63แล้วในบทนี้เราจะได้ฝึกใช้กริยาช่วยที่ใช้ในความหมายของการคาดคะเนหรือคะเนเหตุการณ์อย่างค่อนข้างจะมั่นใจของผู้พูดนะคะเช่นถ้าเราต้องการจะบอกว่าตอนนี้เวลาจะต้องใกล้เที่ยงคืนแล้วนะคะใช้กริยาช่วย must เราพูดว่า it must be nearly midnight คือขณะที่พูดไม่ได้ดูนาฬิกานะคะแต่ว่าคะเนว่าน่าจะใกล้เที่ยงคืนแล้วหรือถ้าเราต้องการจะพูดว่าเขาจะไปไหนก็ตามนะคะเราพูดกับเพื่อนนะคะว่าที่เขาจะไปนี้คงจะต้องพบคนที่น่าสนใจเยอะแยะแน่ๆเลยนะคะใช้ must เหมือนกัน you must meet a lot of interesting people หรือเราต้องการจะพูดถึงเวลานะคะว่าไม่น่าจะสายหรือว่าไม่น่าจะดึกขนาดนั้นเลยนะคะเราบอกว่า it can't be as late as that can't คือ cannot นั่นเองนะคะตัวอย่างที่ยกมานี้ใช้พูดถึงเหตุการณ์ในลักษณะที่เป็นปัจจุบันแต่ถ้าเราจะพูดถึงเรื่องในอดีตนะคะเช่นถ้าเพื่อนหรือคนในครอบครัวพูดว่าฉันนอนหลับดีมากนะคะคือขณะที่พูดนั้นตื่นแล้วนะคะเขาจะพูดว่า I slept very well เมื่อเราได้ยินคำพูดนี้นะคะเราก็พูดว่าการที่เขานอนหลับได้ดีมากเนี่ยแสดงว่าเขาจะต้องเหนื่อยมากเรื่องง่วงมากก็เป็นเรื่องในอดีตนะคะใช้ must แต่จะต้องต่อด้วยรูป perfect tense you must have been tired เธอคงจะต้องเหนื่อยมากหรือถ้าเพื่อนเราพูดว่า we walked 5 miles yesterday เมื่อวานนี้เราเดินตั้ง5 ไมล์นะคะเราก็ตอบว่า it can't have been 5 miles ไม่น่าจะถึง5 ไมล์นะคะใช้ can't หรือว่า cannot ต่อด้วย have been คือรูป perfect present perfect tense นะคะนอกจากนี้เราก็จะได้พบเนื้อหาที่น่าสนใจอื่นๆอีกมากมายเชิญติดตามได้เลยค่ะ
Unit 63 Deductions Speaking and listening
Introduction
What day of the month is it?
The 4th
2 days wrong. I told you butter wouldn't suit the works.
It was the best butter.
Yes, but some crumbs must have got in as well. You shouldn't have put it in with the bread knife.
It was the best butter, you know.
What a funny watch. It tells the day of the month and doesn't tell what o'clock it is.
Why should it? Does your watch tell you what year it is?
Of course not. But that's because it stays the same year for such a long time together.
Which is just the case with mine.
I don't quite understand you.
That conversation was from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. This one is from Women in Love by D.H. Lawrence.
Ursula, don't you really want to get married?
I don't know. It depends how you mean.
Well, it usually means one thing. But don't you think anyhow you'd be in a better position than you are in now?
I might, but I'm not sure.
You don't think one needs the experience of having been married?
Do you think it need be an experience?
Bound to be in some way or other. Possibly undesirable, but bound to be an experience of some sort.
Not really. More likely to be the end of experience.
Deductions about the present.
Listen.
What time is it?
I'm not sure. My watch has stopped.
It must be nearly midnight.
No, it can't be as late as that.
It must be. We've been walking for ages.
Ah, this must be the house.
Are you sure?
It's the only house I can see.
True. They must be in bed.
No, the lights are on.
George! Matilda! Are you all right? We were getting worried.
Sorry we're late, Henry. The car broke down.
We've walked about 5 miles.
You must be exhausted. Come in.
Listen and repeat.
It must be nearly midnight.
It can't be as late as that. This must be the house.
They must be in bed.
You must be exhausted.
Listen.
What do you do, Mr. Holmes?
Sorry?
What's your job?
I'm a private detective.
Really? Is your first name Sherlock?
No, my first name is not Sherlock.
I suppose everybody asks you that question.
A lot of people ask me that question, yes.
Well, it must be an interesting job. I mean, it must be very exciting. I bet you have lots of adventures.
Lots of adventures? No, not really.
Well, you must meet interesting people all the time.
Not all the time, no.
Deductions about the past.
Listen.
Oh, you must have been a beautiful baby. You must have been a wonderful child.
Oh, thank you, darling.
I was talking to myself, actually.
You're very happy this morning.
Yes, I slept very well.
So did I. We must have been tired.
Well, we walked 5 miles last night.
It can't have been 5 miles, George.
Well, it seemed like 5 miles, at least.
That's true. You woke me up during the night.
Did I?
Yes. You were talking in your sleep.
Really? Did I say anything interesting?
I don't remember. You must have been dreaming.
Yes.
Listen and repeat.
We must have been tired. It can't have been 5 miles. You must have been dreaming.
Listen.
Oh, what a beautiful view!
Yes. Oh, look, the grass is wet. It must have rained during the night.
That's a brilliant deduction, George.
Just call me Sherlock Holmes.
Holmes?
Yes, Watson?
There's Henry.
Oh, yes. He must have got up early.
Another brilliant deduction, Holmes.
Thank you, Watson.
Henry!
Morning, Matilda. Morning, George. Did you sleep well?
Yes, thanks. This is a magnificent view.
And the house is beautiful.
Yes, we're very happy here.
Must have cost quite a lot.
Not really. The house was in terrible condition when we bought it.
Well, it's beautiful now. You must have worked very hard.
We did. Come down and have breakfast.
Listen and repeat.
It must have rained during the night. He must have got up early. It must have cost quite a lot. You must have worked very hard.
Logical steps.
Listen.
Let me see the map. Yes, okay. We're in Gower Street and we're going north.
Actually,
So if we're in Gower Street and we're going north, then the British Museum must be on our right. So we should turn right at the next corner, okay?
No. We're in Gower Street, but we're going south. Therefore, the British Museum is on our left. So we should turn left at the next corner.
Just a minute. Look at that sign. This isn't Gower Street. It's Tottenham Court Road.
Oh, yes. So, we're in Tottenham Court Road and we're going south. In that case, we still need to turn left, okay?
Okay, if you're sure. But I still think we're going north.
Listen and repeat.
If, then, so, therefore, in that case,
Song.
You must be joking.
She says I'm going to leave. He says it can't be true. She says I'm not joking. And he says you must be. She says I want to be free. He says I want only you. She says I've given up hoping. And he says trust me. You can't be serious. No, you must be joking. Don't say anymore if you care at all. Leave the words unspoken. You can't be serious. No, you must be joking. If you mean what you say and you go away, my heart will be broken. She says I'm going to leave. He says don't go away. She says I've told you before. And he says why? She says I want to be free. He says I want you to stay. He says don't say anymore. And she says goodbye.
Accents of English.
This speaker is from Scotland. She is reading an extract from The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame. Listen.
The mole was bewitched, entranced, fascinated. As he sat on the grass and looked across the river, a dark hole in the bank opposite, just above the water's edge, caught his eye. As he gazed, something bright and small seemed to twinkle down in the heart of it, vanished, then twinkled once more like a tiny star. But it could hardly be a star in such an unlikely situation. Then, as he looked, it winked at him, and so declared itself to be an eye, and a small face began gradually to grow up round it, like a frame round a picture. A brown little face with whiskers. A grave round face with the same twinkle in its eye that had first attracted his notice. Small neat ears and thick silky hair. It was the water rat. Then the two animals stood and regarded each other cautiously. "Hello, Mole," said the water rat. "Hello, Rat," said the mole.
Synopsis.
Dialogue.
Well, this could be the last picnic of the year.
The last picnic?
Yes, it's the beginning of autumn.
That's true. The last picnic. It sounds like the title of a movie.
Do you think so?
Yeah. There are a lot of movies with the title The Last Something.
The last something. Yes, that's a good title for a film.
You know what I mean. For example, The Last Bridge, The Last Flight, The Last Journey.
Yes, you're right.
The Last Mile, The Last Valley.
Yes.
The Last Voyage, The Last Wave. There must be hundreds of them.
Yes. Oh, where are the knives?
Aren't they here?
No, we must have forgotten them.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's nice here, isn't it?
Yes.
It makes me think of The Wind in the Willows.
The book by Kenneth Graham, right?
Yes. Have you ever read it?
No.
I think you'd like it. It's not at all cynical.
You don't think I'm too old for it?
No. It's a book for children of all ages.
Did you read it when you were young?
Yes, I loved it. I must have read it at least 20 times.
I saw it in a bookstore once. On the cover it said, charming and sensitive.
That's true.
Well, in that case, it's a perfect book for me.
Really?
Yes. I'm charming and sensitive, too.
ในบทที่แล้วเราได้ฝึกใช้สำนวนที่ขอข้อมูลในการเขียนจดหมายในบทนี้เราได้พบตัวอย่างสำนวนที่ใช้เขียนจดหมายเพื่อขอจองห้องพักในโรงแรมนะคะหรือเพื่อยืนยันการติดต่อจองที่เราได้แจ้งมาแล้วล่วงหน้าทางโทรศัพท์รวมทั้งขอให้ยืนยันการจองกลับไปด้วยนะคะสมัยนี้ผู้คนเดินทางกันมากไม่ว่าจะเพื่อธุรกิจหรือเพื่อท่องเที่ยวพักผ่อนเรื่องของการจองที่พักล่วงหน้าเป็นเรื่องสำคัญหากเราต้องทำหน้าที่ในการติดต่อเองนะคะหรือว่าต้องติดต่อให้หัวหน้าหรือให้เพื่อนร่วมงานเราก็จะได้นำความรู้นี้ไปใช้นะคะพบกันใหม่ในบทหน้าค่ะ